So first and foremost, I want to give you a nice little
Very
gift
cool.
from the new company, Mortgage Bolt. Feel free to open it up and check it out. It's
Yeah, let's see what we got
a little
here.
bit of merch.
Let's see what we
And-
got. Oh, I'll let us open it up and see in your face.
Thank you, man. There
Well,
you go.
look at that.
That's,
This is great.
That's Brandon 101.
Love it. Is this your book?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's The Modern Mortgage. We wrote that a few months ago.
Well, we got my size. Perfect.
Got you some swag, maybe a nice little loose shirt.
Extra medium.
If you want a medium, I can sub it out for you.
No, I got it.
It's up to you.
Love it. Awesome. Thanks.
A little folder there.
Oh, I got my name here too.
There
Perfect.
it is, man. That's all you. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I wanted to show our appreciation. I know we just recently started collaborating, haven't done too much together, but you've been a great partner to us, referring us people, so thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you
got it.
for doing that.
Of course,
It's,
we're the
means a
Brickle
lot.
family.
Yeah, exactly, and it's that's how things start. We don't like hit the ground running and do a bunch of deals day one. We figure out what the clientele are like, we build our businesses together, so that's what we're going to be doing over the next months and years, especially now with Mortgage Bolt. We can do more stuff because now it's our company, so there's no restrictions with compliance, with budgeting, stuff like that. So the idea behind Mortgage Bolt and the reason why we opened it is to service people like you and our clients at the highest capacity by having the best possible pricing, by being able to go to wholesale lenders, work with them directly. We don't have that kind of barrier where people are like, oh, we love working with the guy you referred us, but we got a better rate here. We're not always gonna have the best rates, but now we're gonna be much more competitive in the pricing space. Same thing in the product space. Like now we have access to a whole bunch of new products, whether it be 0% down stuff, whether it be like weird deals that require, like with Walter, for example, wants to do a 3-unit investment property, HELOC, bank statement loan, all these different layers.
Yeah.
It's important to be able to service clients in any capacity, really, because without being able to have that kind of a product that we have now, he can't buy his next property, he can't continue to grow his real estate portfolio. So it's important to have those funky products and stuff to be able to service people. And the last P that we talk about besides pricing and products is the process. So you've never been through our process A to Z in terms of transaction. You've seen a little bit of the front end when it comes to pre-approvals and stuff like that, but we like to really refine our process in a way where everything is explained, everything's communicated, A plus B equals C, and now that we have our own technology that we can use with our CRMs, our own email automation, stuff like that, it should be able to keep people much more informed and give them that process that they want to stay informed. The borrowers want to stay informed. They want to be communicated with, stuff like that. So it's going to be cool, man. It's going to be cool to do stuff under this new brand. And all of our tools are now your tools.
The short time that we work together, I know I sent a bunch of people your way, but yeah, I see the communication, I see the front end communication, I see the newsletters, the social media, so it's all coming together. Yeah. And the Walter transaction, it's going to be exciting to finally see something from A to Z. So
Exactly.
The transaction
Pull
done.
the equity out, use it for something else. Yeah, and building up our network, man. One of the cool parts that I noticed about you that's unique to there's a ton of agents. Everybody has their own kind of niches and pros and cons. I think one of yours is networking. You don't shy away from attending events and connecting with folks in different ways. You don't have that apprehension that, honestly, not even gonna lie to you, man, people like me also honestly are like, you know what, I don't need to go to that opening. I don't need to go to that mixer for this new building. It's what am I gonna do there? I don't wanna sell people or whatever. Yeah. But like you're always dressing all sharp, showing face there, putting content on social. So I guess a question for you, man, is like, how do you have the drive, the energy, the desire to continuously like go to these events, show face, put on a suit, and blast your own self and your own brand? Like, how do you motivate yourself to do that, I guess?
I just think it's part of the process. Yeah. It's part of the process. I love wearing a suit, number one. I love dressing up. I love meeting people. I'm social. And I like to know what's going on in the city, in the industry, and what's coming up. Not only like today, I want to know tomorrow, next year, and the next 5 years. So every time I go to one of these events, I learn something new from a speaker, a colleague, and I get social media content. But every time I go, I get to network with other realtors, other colleagues, and I learn something every time. So I don't mind just dressing up, put a suit on. Like you said, I almost don't even miss any events. I don't say no to anything. I'm always there, even the little ones to the big ones. I'm always out.
Yeah.
So just learning something new is always good.
The events that you go to, how do you approach meeting people there, connecting with people? Do you have any do you walk in there just like, I'm just gonna chill and see what happens, or do you have a strategy involved with who you want to connect with, or how you want to connect with them, or what goes through your mind when you walk into a room?
Yeah, it's no strategy really. A lot of people come up to me as well. They recognize me from either social media or just some other transactions or through friends. No strategy really. I'm just pretty friendly. I go up to people and just introduce myself and see if we can do business together and just take it from there. But it kind of goes back and forth. They come to me, I go to them. It's just a whole mixer, a whole networking situation. Yeah, it's easy for me.
That's a good segue into something I told you I wanted to talk about earlier, which is a big deal you closed recently at Aston Martin. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So can you first of all just walk us through, so what was the sales price on that transaction initially?
Yeah, initially the sales price was 23 million.
23 million.
And we closed at 21 million.
Okay.
And yeah, it was a long negotiation process, about 3 weeks. It took us, the original offer was 18 million. They went down to, I think, 22 million, and we just go from there. It took about 3 weeks to actually cross the finish line. But yeah, it was a big deal. The last remaining Sky penthouse at the Aston Martin building.
Yeah.
We're going to close on that very soon. It's the next 30 to 60 days. I'm actually go on Monday, this Monday coming up. I'm going to walk through the unit with my team to put some designs together. So it's exciting.
Yeah.
It's also, the unit comes with the car as well, with the Aston Martin car.
Oh, does it actually?
Yeah, it does.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it not the one that's on the wall? Is it, or is that the one that's on the wall? Remember one of the units has like an actual Aston Martin like mounted.
And it comes with the SUV. It's, I think it's
SUV?
a DBX. I think the Aston Martin, the new SUVs.
Yeah.
The Riverwalk, I believe it's called. That's the edition. Yeah.
That's sick, man.
Super nice. Yeah. So excited.
That's sick. So you've been how long have you been an agent for?
So licensed for about 3 years.
3 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So pretty fucking rare to have with 3 years is not very much time. People might think 3 years, okay, at 36 months. No, 3 years is like you're finally realizing what's going on, right?
Yeah.
So it's very rare for somebody who's been in the industry for not that long, which only 3 years, to be able to close a 8-figure deal.
Yeah.
So how did that happen? Like, I'm sure people are going to be watching this being like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like, how do I do
of
something
course.
like that? So can you give them a little insight as to how that came about?
How to met the client?
Yeah. So start with that. Yeah. How did you meet the client?
Yeah, it was just an introduction at a dinner.
At a dinner.
So I just did my thing, being friendly and networking around, shaking hands. I got invited on one of his yachts. One of his.
There we go.
So it was
Asterisk on the one.
Yeah. So just networked. It took it from there. I just did my thing. I got his email address, got his phone number, and just followed up on it for about a year.
Okay,
These deals take a
so
lot.
it took you a year. So just so everyone who's watching this realize it's not an overnight thing. Like it did take David 12 consecutive months of just continuously staying in touch with somebody until that opportunity finally presented itself.
Yeah, just following up. Not crazy. He's, of course, a very wealthy guy. He didn't have a real estate agent. Didn't own any property
At all?
in Miami. No.
Okay, in Miami.
Yeah.
Or at all, or just in Miami?
In Miami.
Okay.
And he was living on his yacht, so he bought this. No agent. And just following up over a year, and just calling, following up, emailing, just staying in touch, inviting him out to other events and dinners and stuff like that. And then it just happened. So
Did he express interest in purchasing property when you first met him?
eventually, yeah, he had an area in mind,
Yeah.
which that area is by where his yacht is docked.
Okay.
So there's nothing going to be developed there for years and years. And then he actually asked me, he wanted to see what's on the market today. And this is early last year, at the end of last year, 2023. And I sent it to Aston Martin. He didn't even know where it was in the beginning.
That's hilarious.
And then it was one showing, one offer, one close. It was like
Wow.
the easiest deal ever.
I've heard that so many times. But going back to something important, this client had to become a friend first before they became a client.
Yeah.
Because it's not like he came to you saying, hey, I'm looking to buy this, what do you got? You met him, you cultivated that relationship on the personal level first, and then you segued into the business,
Yeah,
right?
I had to build his trust a little bit. I wasn't really pushing it off. It wasn't buy this, this is a good deal, come out, let's do a showing. Yeah, I really didn't even ask him once. He came to me and said, what's on the market?
Yeah.
And then we just took him out one time,
Yeah.
which is rare too. It's rare. It seems like people with a lot of money is easier to close.
When you told me before a few weeks ago when I saw you at the park, you were like, it was a one showing, one offer, one close. And I'm like, I've heard that story time and time again. It's crazy how when we have these transactions that are equally as important, but the 100K, 200K, 300K transactions, typically those are multiple showings, contracts canceled because of inspection, 5K appraisal gap where we're out, versus typically the transactions $1 million, $2 million, in your case 20 million plus. Typically those are a little more smooth for some reason, even though the payout is higher, the transaction details are significantly more significant. 1% of that is $200,000. It's crazy how as things grow in that capacity, things start to make more sense to you, to the client, to the process. And it's more about the big picture versus about the little nuances that come with these smaller deals.
Yeah, people with a lot of money, they know exactly what they want, and they're not going to negotiate. This is what I want, and so they're going to get. They're used to getting what they want throughout their whole life. You know, especially in business, they're like, I want this, and they're going to get it.
Yeah, and
it's yes or no. It's not
exactly. Then they're used to executing and at a higher level because their time is much more valuable too. So that kind of also is something I try to explain to some of my clients and to myself too sometimes, is that sometimes the time you spend on something is costing you more than the actual thing that you're spending it on to begin with. When you go through a mortgage process, it's typically 30, or a real estate deal in general, 30, 45 days typically. If your cost per hour, let's say, is $50 an hour, if you're constantly like nickel and diamond everything, and you're like sitting there and you're trying to negotiate this and that, and you're pulling out of deals and go into deals, you might spend $5,000, $10,000 of your own time money on this deal, and you're like, I'm pulling out because of $2K worth of inspection credit or something.
Yeah.
And they don't realize, oh, doing this over and over again is a compound effect, because it's not just you either. It's also your team, it's also your family, it's also the opportunity cost of things.
Of course,
is important. So I think also a lesson for ourselves and sometimes for our clients as well is sometimes it's not necessarily about getting the cheapest or the lowest dollar amount. It could be just getting the best fit for you, or what works best for your client and anybody in general. Is maybe taking a look and seeing what the actual, like, what are you looking for, right? What do I want and how can I get what I want? Numbers have to make sense, but they don't have to be necessarily what you perceive as the lowest. I think that's an important thing for us to walk away with. That's awesome, man. Congrats again, dude. That's amazing. And I think, do you find yourself using this to leverage your network into the next dimension, or what's your plan moving forward to start doing more of this?
Yeah, I think I got a lot of recognition after this deal. A lot of people are coming out, look at me in a different light, get a lot more respect. People recognizing me more. But yeah, I just on to the next. You're only good as your last deal, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you got to keep going, keep hustling, keep out there. That's why I'm putting the suit on. I'm still cold calling, still emailing, still doing the networking thing.
Yeah.
So you just can't stop. You got to keep going.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So good segue here. Another thing that I notice about you a lot that you promote for yourself is cold calling, which is something I used to do a lot too, and still do today. But can you talk to us about why you do that, how you do it, stuff like that?
Yeah, why I do it, because I think I'm really good over the phone. I've been on phone sales for, 15 years plus. So I've been cold calling for a very long time, so it's a natural transition for me. I think I'm good over the phone. I could read people over the phone very well. I could sell people the phone over really well. I took a lot of sales training, a lot of phone training, I have a bunch of scripts in front of my office. So I think just dialing, that's all a numbers game. So more people talk to, more deals are going to get, more money you're going to make. So sometimes I make 100 calls a day, sometimes I make 500 calls a day, just over and over. So if you're cold calling for 2 hours a day, a couple of days a week, I think it's going to change your life. You're going to get listings, you're going to get sales. In my opinion, it's the fastest way to make money. Is cold call. That's just my opinion. It's just you're just going to talk to more people, and you just get the ball rolling.
That way so.
Do you have any success stories from the past several months or something that you've been able to connect with somebody, get a listing, maybe close a deal, something like that?
Yeah. I had a cold call, and I got a listing in South Miami. 1.5 million. So that's still listed.
Yeah. So how did that go? You essentially were calling expired listings.
Expired listings, yeah.
So you call the owner, hey, what's up? I'm David. Blah blah. And how does it get to the point where you actually benefit from it, like where you get a listing, get a buyer? What does that look like in terms of process?
So I just call expired listings. I dig a little deeper. I specialize in expired listings. I want to find out what didn't work for them. What happened? Was the pricing? Was it the other realtor? Was it the marketing? What happened? It's been on the market for 6 months now. It expired. What's up? What's going on? Let me talk about it. And I push for the listing appointment. So I go over there, sell myself, sell the brokerage, sell how I could do it differently than it was done before.
So you're contacting people who have a need or had a need in the past, they couldn't fulfill that need, and you're coming in to show them why you can do it differently, or why you can solve their problems.
Yeah, exactly. I can show them maybe my marketing strategy. I reached you in one way, I could reach all their other potential buyers in the same way.
So how do you overcome the rejection or the biggest fear that people have in life in general, personal and professional, but mainly with cold calling is, I don't want to bother people, I don't want them to keep telling me no. That's
a part of the game. We're in the no business. You too.
We're in the no business. That's a great slogan.
We're in. I might get my nice little caption for.
We're in the no business.
We're in the no business. I just bounces right off me. Every no is closer to yes. I hear no hundreds of times a day. I'm just like, okay, that's just one more no for a yes. One more no. I'll call you again. I'll call you tomorrow. I'll call you next week. I'll text you next week. I just put him in my list, put him in my folder, put him in my follow-up, and I just keep doing it. And no means nothing to me.
It's funny how there's such a cool correlation between business and personal life, right? Like when, I know you're a single guy now, right? And so am I. And a lot of the times, a lot of our friends and our peers, they're always complaining about dating and it's hard to meet somebody and it's hard to whatever. but they're not really going out there and meeting them. Like they go to a bar and let's go meet chicks, let's go do this, and they go to the bar and they're sitting there talking to their friends for the entire night.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh man, and then the girl will walk by, they'll be like, oh, this girl's attractive, she's cute. Won't say nothing, and then they'll come home and they're like, oh, we didn't meet anybody. It's like, you literally didn't even talk to one person tonight. What do you mean? You obviously didn't meet anybody,
you
right?
Reach out, yeah.
I know that you're social, you meet people all the time, and I feel like I'm in a similar boat, and we're still in the no business also in that regard too, because it takes time to cultivate relationships, it takes time to meet people. If it was easy, you wouldn't even want it and nobody would want it. If you were guaranteed to go up to somebody that you thought might be a good spouse or partner for you, and you knew for a fact as soon as you said hi to them, they were going to be very friendly and open and talk to you and go out with you and hook up with you or whatever else it is, you'd be like, that's weird. I actually don't want it anymore. It doesn't make any sense, because then it's also, you're saying yes to everybody else, and in business, that means that nobody gets the business. In personal, that means a whole bunch of stuff that you have to worry about. So I don't know if you agree or not, but do you find yourself like being able to excel in business because of how you operate your personal, or vice versa too?
Yeah, I guess it's the same sort of chase. Yeah, it's all about it's almost the same. It's just a numbers game as well. You just like practice. You get good at it over a couple of weeks, months, years, and perfect your pitch in personal and business.
And same thing, it's all about adding value. This is not about just like who can meet the most people or who can do the most. This is about identifying a problem and presenting a solution, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
You have an expired listing, here's the issue, and here's my solution for it. Hey, you're looking to find somebody that you can eventually, date and marry, and here's me stepping out of my comfort zone, presenting to you my skill set, my pros, my cons, whatever. And yeah, man, so I found that's been a huge kind of correlation over the past several years of when my friends come and say, hey, it's so hard to meet people, it's hard to do that. You have to just take that step. You have to probably do some self-reflection on yourself in business or in personal and be like, I keep complaining about this, or I keep saying I don't have the business, my phone's not ringing, but you're not making any outbound reaches. And I think in our generation, or in our culture, especially in South Florida too, people just want things to just fall in their laps. They're like, I'm doing social media, I'm posting video, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and nobody's responding, or nobody. So you have to follow up, you have to engage, you have to be the one to cast out these nets, and then for them to come back to you.
Right?
You have to build trust and value. If you add value to somebody's life in any way, shape, or form, they're going to trust you a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just go from there. Kind of like our relationship.
Exactly.
We both live here in Brickell, and we both do business here, so it just happened. We both we have the same friend group. Yeah. Both used to live in the same building, so it's just, that's how it goes.
That's how it goes. Speaking of Brickell, there's a lot of new construction coming up. I know you live here in the center of all the action. You've been here for a while. This is where you work. This is where you play. What's your outlook on Brickell today, in the next year or two, 5 years, 10 years? I know you're almost an expert in this area. So what does an expert agent in Brickell area think about Brickell?
Yeah, Brickell is the most up and coming and most exciting neighborhood, I think, in America right now. Between all the new construction happening, all the big businesses moving here, just right behind us, 830 Brickell, we're right next door. Yeah. Super high paying jobs are coming here. Citadel's here. The office spaces is blowing up here. There's 10 new construction buildings?
Something like that.
Happening right now. It's all either breaking ground, starting construction.
On every corner too.
Selling out. Yeah. Now, and what I love the most, what excites me most is the branded buildings. We got Mercedes in Brickell, Dolce & Gabbana in Brickell, St. Regis. Am I missing something? What else?
Yeah.
Casa Tua, Cipriani.
Yep, Cipriani.
There's 5 of them, right? Yeah. Branded buildings in Brickell alone.
Yeah.
Crut is right next door as well. So I love these branded buildings, and Brickell is it's a very hot neighborhood. I can't see it slow down anytime.
Yeah. Also corporations too, right? You have a lot of people who are still from COVID and post-COVID who are still coming here to establish their home bases, and they're bringing with them thousands of employees. And those employees are not just rinky-dink employees. These are serious people that are going to add tremendous amount of growth and wealth to our area. These are executives, young professionals who are looking to move somewhere, not just to relocate, but to grow and to become a part of the community, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're all 6-figure and higher paying jobs, all in our neighborhood. No, Brickell's not that big, so they have to somewhere to live. Yeah. And they're all eventually going to buy and sell, and so it's great for our neighborhood, for sure.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think I have a really positive outlook on here.
Yeah, traffic is getting worse. Any big city, it's going to happen. Anywhere.
That's honestly a nice trailing indicator, because once traffic gets worse, people start to use public transport more. They're out more. It's less door-to-door kind of thing, and you become part of the community.
Yeah, and even high-end restaurants. All the restaurant groups are coming here. Not only Delilah and these very popular restaurant groups are just expanding here all around Brickell too.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. It's fun. It's a fun neighborhood. It's my favorite neighborhood, obviously.
Me too, man. 9 years here. I tried to leave for a little bit to go to the Grove and came right back.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. I moved to Broward for a little bit and came back. I was like,
yeah.
I'm
It's
not going anywhere.
something about it, man. It's awesome. Cool, man. Well, I think that's good, man. I appreciate it.
Cool.
For sure.
Sounds good, buddy. Got some good content.